everyone. How are you today? This is Tracey Brown. Oh, wait, Kemis. Oh, wait. I forgot what I was doing. I forgot. Hello, sweetie. How are you? How are you? I'm doing fine. Let me just get a better angle because I keep forgetting with Periscope. With this internet thing, it's a little different on IG. How are you?
I'm okay. I can barely hear you.
Are you sure?
I can hear you, but it's low.
Oh, let me make sure I'm put up enough. How's that, Callie?
It's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. Can everyone
Yeah.
hear Callie? They hear you fine.
Okay.
And that's going to be the most
But it's
important
that
thing.
echo.
Okay. Do you guys hear an echo? Love the pink. Thank you. They hear us both, Callie. It might be between you and I, but they're
Yeah.
saying yes. They hear us both. All right. Hi, Shonda Barry. How are you? That's Chrisandra, Callie. So, we have to congratulate Callie because she got it predicted it just in time. They did arrest the main character, Dan Chavin. They arrested him. So, Callie, let's look at. Were you able to post predicted it yet?
No, not yet. I gotta rework it though.
Okay, all right. Because there's a couple of predicted it is because now the autopsy is out. And the autopsy is biased. They're basically, hi Desi, they're basically lying. Hey Chiquita, hi sweetie. They're basically lying. And I think you said a couple of things about that yesterday.
Yeah, I started with that because I had the magician.
Mm.
And I basically said that they was going to try to rework it so it'll be cleaner for the police.
Mm. Desi says the fix is in. And Chiquita said, we won't like the results. You said that yesterday.
Yep, I said it that we would not like how it comes out.
Callie, you did good. Yes. Thank you, Callie. Listen, well trained people. Well trained. She predicted it, and you kind of have to put out a couple of them. All right?
Yeah,
So before we
yeah.
get started, where can people find you?
I am on IG. You can find me at Camissi's Apothecary, and all of my info is in the bio section.
Good.
And I sell intention oils, bath salts, and I do tarot readings as well.
And I got some pain oil from her, especially since last May 21st, right after midnight, something weird happened and I was in so much pain. And I oiled myself down for 2 days in a row. And I really want to thank you because it did work.
Oh, no problem. I'm finding that the pain relief oil actually, one of my clients used it for her calluses, and it pretty much smooths them away.
What? Well, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Hey, Jason. Jason's with us. Desi says support black businesses. So true. And July 7th is a blackout. July 7th. You don't even buy gas. It's a blackout. You don't buy a cup of coffee. Nothing. Stay home if you can. Call out if you can. You don't go into Walmart.
Going to Walmart is like a death trap.
The brown bomb is asking, will our ancestors help us? I'm exhausted. Call in your ancestors. Call in your ancestors. We're going to do a whole ritual on calling in our ancestors. Because whatever that 45 said about if there's looting, he's going to what? Really? Do you know who we are? We will challenge the troops too. Don't do that, 45.
We have a history of it.
Shanna, you want to be a part of the ritual? Text me. We'll make sure it's a whole thing. We're going to do it twice this month. Once for the new moon, once for the full moon, and basically we're doing it to get 45 out. That's why we're doing it. So call in your Haitian ancestors. We're done. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've never disrespected this man. I'm done. Not after what he tweeted. Shannon's like, I'm not. Get me. So, here's what we're looking at, guys. We're looking to see if there's going to be any more looting. Because they only arrested one person. They arrested one person. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? They only arrested one person. And Callie said they were going to do it because the people were, like, demanding it. What did you say?
That they're only going to do it because that's what the public wants.
They're only going to do it because that's what the public... Exactly. So we got a 1. Is that enough? Is that enough? We're tired. So is the movie going to stop? Is the trick going to work? Especially, you know why they... Oh.
I did have a thought, and the brown bomb just brought it up as well. Because I figured that they did it to pacify us. I do agree with the brown bomb. Thank you for saying that, because I was thinking that. But also I think the firing was the pacifier. When they fired the cop, that was like, okay, if we fire them, that's why I kind of was bringing up the George Zimmerman thing, like, okay, we got to do something. So they were like, okay, first let's fire them and say, okay, well, we did something. And now we're going to investigate. And we all know what's going to happen with the investigation.
It's going to get Eric Garner again.
Yeah, the people rose up, so they had to fucking arrest them.
Yeah. So,
because of the rioting.
So, are you guys okay with 1 arrest? Let's take a look. Let's see if the people are going to be okay. You want to go first, Callie?
I'm not ready just yet. Let me.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm getting a Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune comes in 2 ways. The wheel goes up or the wheel goes down. Think about it as your car. Sometimes you get a flat because it's been overused, sometimes misused, and you have to fill it out to get it back into true form, right? The wheel goes down. Nothing's going to change. There's so much strength in these kids, both black kids and white kids alike. This is not just a black group. This is the youth that is changing the dynamics in a way that you all have never seen before. and they're sticking together, and they're morphing into one color. With the kids, it's not black or white, and they're strong, and they will not stop. They see the sneakiness, and they got something else up their sleeves. So if there's not going to be any looting tonight, there will be. They got something else up their sleeves. Don't sleep on these kids. They're a family now, and they're sticking together. They're a family now, and they're sticking together. And we need them to stick together. And this is going to turn out beautifully. I promise you. It will turn out amazingly. Only after the wheel turns down. So that actually could be either through October or for the next 10 months. I get the Queen of Cups. There's going to be a woman at the forefront of this. Her hands are tied and bound. There's a woman at the forefront of this. Why? Why is there a woman here? There's a woman under stress and at the forefront of this. Why do they bring a woman into this? And for some reason, she's a sacrificial lamb. They're using some woman in this. What is this? To me, it looks like it comes down to money on one end, and for the kids, it comes down to doing the right thing, and the kids will win. So if it comes down to money on one end, it's only because the kids have compromised and compromised and compromised and compromised until Minnesota has to do the right thing. But the spirituality in the kids, they're the ones that's going to make the better difference here. And I'm telling you, these kids are powerful and they're plotting. All of them. I'm taking this as representative smoke and fire, and so no, it's not over. But they're going to calculate their movements. Go ahead, Callie.
Okay. In the beginning, I have the sun card, so I think that's what's picking up the youthful energy that you're talking about, because it's definitely talking about children or people with youthful spirits tend to surface when this card comes up. So they're free of spirit. So they're bringing their youth. That's what they're bringing to the rallies and the protests. They're bringing their youth and their youthful spirit and fire.
Right.
A message is coming because I have the Page of Pentacles. And we know the pentacles are generally slow. It's like a slow and steady progress. So change is not going to happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the King of Wands. So it's someone is going to come out that's technically a leader. He loves a challenge. So he's viewing the situation as a challenge, and he loves a challenge. Mm-hmm. He loves taking on challenges. So someone is going to step up. And then I had the Seven of Wands. The youth is they're taking a stand because they feel like they have no choice but to protect themselves. No one else is going to protect them but them.
get that. Yes.
And it's like they're struggling to prove themselves under a lot of pressure and stress, but they're not going to give up. They have a fight with them. When I see, because I have this the Light Seers deck, I love to see this card
Yes.
because all of these wands down here is like, okay, I'm attacking you,
Yes.
but she's unbothered.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what the youth is. They're unbothered. They're not about to be phased about all of this stuff. They're taking a stand. They've had enough. They definitely has had enough. And then I have the world card. The world is watching this. Not only look, we're in COVID. We're in COVID-19.
Right.
The world is already watching us
Yes.
because how our government has fucked up COVID.
Yes. We leave
How
right
they-
now with
How they
deaths in case.
Yeah, how they fucked up their response to COVID,
Yes.
and then we have this shit going on.
Yes.
So the world is definitely taking notice of this.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely taking notice of this. And just today, I found out that 45 has this is kind of off subject, but it's kind of it's a distraction tactic. He is, what's the word I want to use? He pretty much took us away from the WHO, the WHO.
Mm-hmm.
He designed that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So the world is taking notice of our government and the situation that's going on, and this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt things. The youth, back in the day when they said the youth is the children are the future.
Right.
Right now, these children definitely are the future.
Right.
They're a whole different breed,
Yes.
and they're the ones leading the charge. It used to be the older generation and the middle-aged generation leading the charge. But now is the youth has stepped up and said, okay, enough is enough. What you guys did before wasn't working. Now we need to find a new way of doing something.
Yeah. And they're full of
I
chaos.
did. Yes, it's like anarchy.
Yes.
It's anarchy.
Yeah.
And I did pull a couple of other cards. I got the Page of Swords. I got Death and Rebirth, the Death card. I got the Ten of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Tower, and I got the Eight of Pentacles. So it's a lot of changes that's about to happen.
So, Callie, people are asking, is it going to be all the cities that are protesting? We know it's going to be Minnesota, right? We already know
Mhm.
this. But they want to know.
It's protesting here in Detroit. They did it today.
Yes. But they're asking for this long haul. Is it all the cities? And so.
I think it's a trickle down effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trickle down effect. It's a not trickle down. It's a domino effect.
Right.
It's going to spread like COVID.
Right.
It's going to hit major cities. All the major cities. Why am I hearing Atlanta? Atlanta might do something.
Okay. So I got.
Somehow Atlanta came across my brain.
Okay. Atlanta. So I got Minnesota's one. I get 3 more. And then I get 6 more. Now, what that means, Callie, is.
Oh, there's a hit. Wonder Blue 92 said they already protested in Atlanta.
There you go.
And Orlando.
What I'm getting right now is that this is the youth packing away everything they've ever been taught. and developing a whole new system. Remember Uranus and Taurus? A whole new system is going to come through. It doesn't look good, guys, at all. It just doesn't. And here's the thing, parents, you're not going to be able to stop the kids. They're talking so well on social media that they are truly willing to leave everything behind. Because they've seen what 45 has done, they've seen what the elders, the really old people, much older than me, has done to this country, what white America has done. And when I'm talking about the kids, I'm talking about all races. They're not going to let it go down. They're going to leave everything they've ever known behind. And look, it just looks like there's no life. Like they have to lead a life that's not living well. Like there's no life here. What we're putting out for these kids, they can't live by. Thank you. I don't know who said that. The kids are moving things around. The kids are fed up. Thank you, Desi Doll. And what is it with the 19-year-old that couldn't graduate? What is that? Do you think it wasn't going to produce something like combustible? What did you all think was going to happen? Oh, there's these drive-bys of the houses, and they're like, ooh, ooh. These nice little kids are angry.
They're pissed off. They're not angry. They're pissed off. My niece couldn't even graduate this year.
Yes.
Well, she graduated, but
yes,
it's not enough.
And somebody, the Brown bombed, she's like, they already have no fear. Right. So
exactly.
Parents, you're not going to be able to stop your kids. You better look at them kids and kiss them and tell them how much you love them. Because they are going to be like, Ma, I got to go. And they're going to go. They will jump out windows to go protest. Everything they do. Hold on. Miss Sheena says everything's been taken away from them. They're on a mission. Woo-hoo! Go ahead, Callie.
They have nothing to lose. If what happened in Detroit 2 days ago, where 1,000 people, 1,000 kids could mobilize to just to fight in downtown Detroit. What you imagine they're going to do now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't imagine being in their position. I cannot. But I cannot imagine working so hard for that high school graduation, for that college graduation, and you're right there. March was right there. And to not get it and to feel some kind of way about it. And to
they had no prom.
No prom.
No senior activities.
So can you imagine the anger that might be built up because you had an administration that didn't take care of you?
And then they had to sit at home and look at their parents.
Yep. 2020 is a turning point, someone says. Wonder Blue. The class of 2020.
They was born around 9/11.
What? Fire and ice are
I
in their blood.
I heard that before too.
What?
I heard that before too.
That says a lot, guys. If these kids were born around 2011, give or take 3 years, they were born.
No, this is 9/11.
No. I'm saying when you do numbers, give or take, plus or minus 3 years, these kids were born around a combustible time. They know what to do with this energy. Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's why I said give a plus. give or take 2 years. So 2001, 3 years prior, 3 years after. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So these kids would be anywhere between 17 and 21.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Any last minute, where's my card? Any last minute stuff to tell the folks? Congratulations,
Y'all just,
Karina.
y'all just better be careful out there.
Yeah. But you know, Callie, I don't know if that's the right thing to say. I don't think they want to be careful. You know? We gotta tell them something different because they're like, all right, we'll be careful. You know, they're like, okay, Ma, I'll be careful. Knowing damn well they're gonna burn the town down. Let's maybe just put, let's send ancestors out with them to protect them.
Yes, for protect them.
To stand in front of them, behind them, to cover them. Let's have them accomplish what they were born to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
Ancestral Desi doll, ancestral protection and healing for our babies out there that are fighting for us. And you coward, not enough entertainers. Stand up with these kids. Stand up. They won't be buying your music or your clothes. Watch. Stand up with these kids.
Mm-hmm.
All of you athletes, musicians, rappers. Are you kidding me? These kids are fighting for you and your children. Woo, Callie. All right, let me pick a card.
I just watched Jamie. Well, I didn't watch it because I didn't hear it, but I saw Jamie Foxx, talking about the George Floyd and everything, and I was just like, okay, well, at least you came out and said something.
Yes. I mean, we want them to say something. So if they speak up on behalf of these kids that are gonna be out there taking a bullet,
Mm-hmm.
like, I need to hear something from you guys. If not, I need you to be down there. Like, this is ridiculous now. These kids, this is ridiculous. That's all I got to say. It's ridiculous. And I heard Eminem was like promoting his album, and black folks made his album. We gave him money. And he don't seem to think it's okay to not respond to what's going on in the black community, and we made him? Get the fuck out of here. Do better, artists. Please. Please do better.
I do want to acknowledge Sazji. I do commend the white folk that are standing up alongside the protesters. I commend them.
Yes.
I just watched a white man who stood by and watched the police that was harassing some young black people who were, it was just like a normal traffic stop, but they went above and beyond.
Yeah.
So I commend them for standing up alongside of us.
Yes. Yes. And I was
Instead of making those mocking pictures of kneeling on their friend's neck, mocking the murder.
people did that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's trending.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So I commend those that's standing alongside of us.
Yeah. Yeah. because it is black kids and white kids alike.
Yeah.
I was just told that Cabinet has a fund for people that get arrested.
And he's stepping up big.
You gotta love that guy. You just have to. The woman that gets him, man, that's a dream. You gotta love him. Divalicious117
said, "Where's the Kardashians in their cave?"
You wanna be like us? Protest like us, Kardashians. Protest like us. And thank you for Reese Witherspoon for stepping up and saying something. Exactly. We need more. We don't want a few. We want to see the timelines flooded with entertainers. A couple of white celebs are bailing folks out in Minneapolis. Thank you. Callie, we didn't see whether or not the other officers will be charged. Do you want to see that real quick?
Yeah, because I was still pondering on that 4 of cups I had got yesterday.
Hold on a second. Will they get charged? When will they get charged? I didn't see it though, so I think that's interesting.
Me neither.
See it, right?
I didn't see it either. I think they copped.
I really feel like one of them is gonna bail on the others though. You heard me?
Uh-huh.
I feel like one of them is gonna bail on the others, a younger one. Not that his statement is gonna have that much of an impact, but I think he's gonna kind of give out some secrets that they always talk about how to get the numbers, meaning arrest black men.
The other officers be arrested.
The other officers be arrested. You want me to go, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna get arrested. Yeah. It's gonna come down to money, guys. It's coming down to money. And if it comes down to money, it's gonna be because they're gonna exhaust all their resources to try and like not arrest them, but it's gonna come down to money. And at some point, if they terrorize civilians like this, it's going to come down to money and lawsuits. Yes, I got it too. They're going to get arrested. Say it out loud, Callie.
They're going to get arrested.
We both had the judgment card. Hold it up again, Callie. Just 2 different decks. We both got the judgment card. Spirit in Callie's deck, that light beam, that's spirit. So ancestors are all over Minneapolis. We will get justice. All 3 will get pulled in. And Callie, I got the 4 of Pentacles, which told me all.
I got the 5.
Yeah. But if I look at this card, 2 are prominent and 2 aren't. But one of them is really gonna bail on the others. He's gonna talk up a storm. He's gonna tell y'all that
because I have the 5.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the key. So one of them is key.
There you go. There you go.
Because he's feeling the pressure.
Yes.
He's feeling the pressure of the loss of his job, the loss of his normality.
Yes. And I'm
He's
getting
feeling
one
that
of them has
pressure.
a baby coming. Like, you're so stupid. You got a family? Exactly. Exactly. Callie got the Ten of Cups. I got the potential baby coming. Like, you men are so stupid. What's the
And
Six
I
of
got the
Cups?
Six of Cups.
What's the Six of Cups for you, Callie?
It's like loyalty.
Mm.
Because I'm focusing on the dog. And that's like, Six of Cups is I think that's a family card. No, it's not.
It's a
That's
familiar
the wand.
energy, so it could be family. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yep.
familiar energy.
Yep. But one
They
of
were
them,
so comfortable with each other.
I know.
That group was a family.
Mm.
There was more than just partners. They was more than just partners. They was a family unit.
Hold on a second, Zaji. Zaji's saying because the Asian guy's sister is married to Dan? Are you
Well,
kidding
that's
me?
I said they was closer.
Oh my
They
God.
was more family. They was closer than partners. They're family.
I can't. This is just too heavy for me. I can't. Yes, she married to Dan. To Dan. Yes, ma'am. Oh my God. I think he's the one that's gonna bail. I think he's the one
I
that's
felt
gonna
I
bail
felt
on him.
I felt that. I felt that.
And I also heard, did anybody else hear this? That Dan, the one that had his neck on Floyd, and Floyd worked at the same club or bar together. Yes, he was scared and he knew it was wrong. Was it the guy that was standing? There was two Asian ones, but was it the guy that was standing? Did the officer, Dan, work with Floyd at the same club? What's yes? Oh, the former boss was on TV, so it's true. Yes, they work together.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Dan, the crooked officer, knew Floyd. So when he pulled him out the car, it was a revenge killing. He was already mad at Floyd.
Yep, I felt that. I was talking about that earlier. And I said this has to be when I heard that, I was like, this is personal.
This is personal. Hold on. The family just hired a private autopsy. They have to. They have to. Because the autopsy said the poor man died from clogged arteries. That's what the autopsy said. What the hell?
And an enlarged heart. And an enlarged heart.
That's not why he literally died, though. He didn't die because the heart compromised him. He died because
Because he couldn't breathe.
he couldn't breathe, and he said it. He said it.
Asphyxiation.
I don't believe we're going to get first degree, guys.
Nah.
No. I have to be honest with you.
It's going to be a manslaughter.
With the white guy, I'm doubting first degree. If they give a higher degree, it's going to go to the other three men. One of them is going to rat everyone out. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the second Asian, is going to get a higher degree. Sorry. Dan has a long history with the DA, and something like 19 assault complaints, and they've never did anything to him. And I don't think this is going to go beyond third degree.
Mm-hmm.
Two white
And I
guys,
said, y'all,
two
we're not gonna
Asians.
like it.
I think one of the Asians is going to get the brunt. They're going to give us what we want, but it's going to be a poor Asian.
Mm-hmm. Which is in the minority.
Always the minority. Wow. All right, Kelly, let me give you the final outcome here.
Okie dokie.
And it is upside down. And it's lover. Obsessive passion that harms other. Self-destructive devotion. That makes so much sense. If the Asian guy, I can't remember his name, so forgive me if I can't remember his name. I apologize for calling him Asian, but that's what we're doing today, all right? We're calling him white, we're calling him Asian. Sorry. There are two Asians, two whites. If the Asian guy, who's the one I think is standing, there was one that didn't touch the scene at all. If his sister is married to Dan, he's got some secrets, and he's very devoted to this Dan guy. Dan taught him the ropes. All right, so lover, shadow lover, because it's upside down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manifest as an exaggerated or obsessive passion that has a destructive effect on your physical or mental health and self-esteem. Whoever this Asian, listen, let me tell you something. They've done other things. There's a whole history of things that they've done. Ask if passionate enthusiasm and or romantic love plays a dominant role in the overall design of your life and self-worth. Let me tell you something. They slept with hookers. They've raped people. They've robbed people. Period.
The biggest gang in America.
The only reason why the guy that was standing there didn't do anything was because of the cameras. He knew better.
Mm-hmm.
He knew better. The white guy was so lost and so willing to kill, he forgot the cameras were there, and he was looking right at the cameras. He blacked out because he was so intent on killing and doing what he normally does in the middle of the night, at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
What shift do they work? That's what I want to know. Do they work the 4 to 12 shift? All right, guys. I hope we gave you enough. Thank you, Callie.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
The killer's trigger happy due to him having no right. Did you listen? Here's a couple of things that I saw. He was gone, right? But as gone as he was, I kept watching his knee dig in that man's neck. It kept digging like this.
I agree with Auntie Maxine. He enjoyed it.
That's what I saw.
And somebody else told me, it looked like when you look at the picture, I don't know how true it is, it looked like he was trying to jack off, it looked like he was touching himself while kneeling on him.
Oh my God.
In you know what area.
I know. He definitely enjoyed it. It was like, what's that movie with the clown face? The guy that,
You talking about the Joker?
The Joker. He looked like the Joker. Because he was like, the more he dug, the more he was like, I call it a revenge killing too. And I think he waited a long time for this to occur. All right, guys.
He wanted to get him.
Right?
It was personal.
It was
He
personal.
wanted to get him.
It was personal. All right, guys. Thank you so much for putting up with us. Callie, don't forget to predict your predictors. Please follow Callie. Can someone post in Instagram, Kamisi's Apothecary? And on Periscope, Kamisi's Apothecary. Can you post it? Will this be uploaded to YouTube? Yes, Pop Music Boy. It absolutely will. Blessings to the youth on the front line. Thank you, Chiquita. Kamisis, how do you spell your name? Can you post it? My phone is being used.
I'm posting it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Callie. Says Desi Doll, you were so good.
Thanks, Dazzy.
Thank you. I'm waiting for it to be posted.
I just posted it.
Where?
Hey, Shonda Berry.
Where? It's not showing.
I see it. Shonda Berry reposted it for me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I live in the Twin Cities. People are still going strong. You'll be okay, all of you. It's just that things have to get turned upside down. And there are protests, they're saying, in D.C. and Atlanta. Kamisa's Apothecary. Also, Desi posted it. Thank you, guys. Much love. Bye.
Good night, all.
Good night.